Hello guys, Charles Spicer from Charles Spicer Market, and tonight we will be talking about how to get an LLC license. LLC is short for Limited Liability Company. It is a business entity that can be formed in any state. When you form an LLC, you do not obtain a license, but you do establish a charter for a company that combines the liability protections of a corporation with the flexible structure of a partnership. The only LLCs under liability companies that may require licenses are professional limited liability companies, PLLC, professional limited liability companies. But these state licenses are for individual members to practice a certain profession such as law or architecture, not a license to start the company itself. Number 1, choose a state. In most cases, it makes sense to form the new LLC in the same state where its main office is currently located or planned to be located. Choosing a state where the company has its most important physical presence can reduce the number of required state and local tax filings and may avoid the need to register the LLC in multiple states. But you might consider forming in a different state in certain situations, including if the LLC is acquiring a business or property in another state. It may make more sense to form an LLC in that state to simplify operations and state tax issues. If the LLC will have investors, they may prefer a well-known business jurisdiction like Delaware or New York as the limited liability company's governing law. If the LLC wants certain tax benefits, a tax-friendly state like Delaware, Wyoming is a good place to choose. Number 2, choose a name for the LLC. You must choose a new name for the LLC and confirm that it is available in the state of formation. Most states have an online entity name database that makes this process relatively easy, but it's a good idea to create a list of 3 to 5 possible names just in case some are already in use. In most states, an LLC must include the following in its name: LLC, LLC, which is L.L.C, or limited liability company, but not limited, can appear as a LTD and company as co. Number 3, appoint a registered agent in the state of formation. The purpose of a registered agent is to give the state government, including its tax authorities and private citizens and companies, a permit, reliable location to send mail and legal documents to, and the LLC, which is a limited liability company that operates in a state. If your LLC limited liability company will immediately have a physical business location in the formation state with employees working there, the new entity can act as its own registered agent. Most limited liability companies, LLCs, however, use the services of a reputable third-party companies to specialize in serving as registered agents. Okay, so number 6, draft operating agreement. Similar to the bylaws of a corporation and LLC, limited liability companies, operating agreement documentation, the rules by which the LLC members, the managers, if the LLC will have a manager, govern the company. Not all states require an LLC to have an operating agreement, but it is very beneficial to have one. If the limited liability company, LLC, will have only one member, a single member LLC, which is a limited liability company again, the operating agreement is a simple document. If the LLC limited liability company will have multiple members, it can be much more complicated. A skilled business lawyer can also help and draft an operating agreement that fix your situation. Alright, so number 7, obtain an employer identification number, which is an EIN. The U.S. Internal Revenue Service can issue these online, by phone, or through fax. Last thing, number 8, open a bank account for the LLC. To avoid additional liability, the LLC's limited liability company's members should keep the limited liability company's LLC's finances separate from their personal assets. Opening a separate bank account for the LLC limited liability company, where it deposits all business income and from which it pays all business expenses as part of the process. If you want to form your LLC, limited liability company, remember that you don't necessarily have to obtain a license. Rather, you will need to follow steps while forming or registering your LLC. Thank you. That's all for tonight.